have to do what I say now. So it's going to be shabby chic and elegant. Anyway, welcome. So I stamped this, stamped One Sheet Wonder, stamped DSP, DIY DSP, whatever you want to call it. Basically, I made it myself. It's so nice to be able to make your own patterned paper. It's really, really enjoyable. Anyway, I made this last week. Wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. I think I made it on a day where I was feeling a little bit tired, but nevertheless was really pleased how it turned out. And thought it would be nice to team it up with the Floating and Fluttering stamp set and dies. Now, interestingly, our CEO of the company, Sarah Douglas, she used this evening on a live on Facebook. Interesting. So, hello and welcome everybody. Lovely to see you. Hope you've had a good day. Been keeping busy and out of mischief, or up to mischief, whatever you've been up to. Hi Linda, Janine, Christine. Got Linda and Linda together. Joanna, Lorraine, Cindy, Valerie, Joanna, Monica. Hello everybody, welcome. Okay, so the other thing I want to play with, I'm just going to set this aside for a second. The dies as well. This paper, it has not been out of the packet. This is the Pearlescent Speciality paper. I do a double check, but I've got a feeling this is carrying over. If anyone's got their new catalogue, could you let me know? Oh, my new catalogue's not in this room. Okay. Yeah, so I've not used this before. It's got a beautiful sheen to it. And by the feel of it, it's the sort of thing that if you were to die cut from this with really, I think, quite intricate dies, I think it would be beautiful. It's that type of weight paper that I think is lovely. Okay, I'm going to cut this down to 4 inches, so because I just want to use a third of it to experiment on. And what I'd like to try and do is experiment by creating a bit of a watery type effect on here. So I'm going to grab my smooshy sheets, or in normal language, the silicone mat that Stampin' Up! Do, and add some re-inker to this. Now, I was going to add water, but I'm wondering whether to try and add hand sanitizer. I was doing a bit of an experiment yesterday with alcohol pens and hand sanitizer. It didn't work. Just saying, it didn't work. But I'm wondering whether to use re-inkers. Okay. Oh, on the subject of re-inkers, I spotted today that the in-colour re-inkers are now in stock. Okay, so just to let you know. Okay, let's get the, what have I got? Right, so I've recently purchased, these are new ones, Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay. So I know that I have spares of this right now. And so I'll use my old ones up and then I can replace them in my box. So, how's the picture coming through? Is that okay for you guys? Hi, who else has just popped in? Hi, Glinda. Hello, Sheila. Oh, glycerin. That's a good idea. I would use it, but I don't have any. Hi, Ruth Isaacs. Hello, Elizabeth Finney. Paula, Brie, Heidi, Joanna. Hello, hello, hello. So, let's just do a bit of blobbing. 3 blobs. So that was Bermuda Bay. This is Calypso. Right, I'm just going to do a bit of this. Just blobbing some on. I have never done this before, so this is going to be interesting. It's not spreading as much as I thought it would. I guess alcohol gel's quite thick, isn't it? So shaving cream, yes, I have done. Ooh! Oh, got a hair on there. Ooh, ooh! I've got no idea how this is going to dry because it's very blobby. Ooh! Well, I never. Well, that is interesting. Heat it with my heat tool. Okay. I quite like all these waves. Now I wonder what would happen if I was to spritz a little bit of it, just to spread it out. Cleaner, water. I think that's water. It might evaporate the gel. Yeah, I guess I want it to do that. Water doesn't seem to do anything to it. That's all right then. Okay. There we go. It does look like Under the Sea, doesn't it? Right, let me plug my heat tool in. Ooh, sorry, just got a few wires knotted up here. Yeah, sorry, it's alcohol gel, so, you know, hand sanitizer with re-inker. Surgical Spirit would work. Oh yes, if I was to spray that, that would work. I'm not sure where mine is currently. So if I pass out, anybody, have you got Tom's, you know, contact details? You can tell him to come and rescue me. Just going to lift you up a little bit. Ooh. Would look good with a whale set, yes. Fortunately, I don't have it, so. Oh, I'm just going to move that out of the way, the silicone out of the way, because I might reuse that. Yes, I will heat from behind. It's just it's very wet at the moment, Janine, so I can't pick it up. It's very jelly. I think I will be all right. Ooh. Now, what would be interesting to find out is if it's going to stay on, because I just touched that and it came off of my fingers, so. It's taking a bit of drying. Oh, it's starting to smell a little bit now. Oh, those are dry. That bit's dry. Just heating it from behind. Hi, Janice. Oh, Martina said that she was going to have a nap. So, Martina, I hope you had a good nap. She was busy in the garden today, so she's not joining us. Unless she's snuck in. Now the only thing about running it through my Big Shot, if it is damp, is that it will, it might do something to the ink. So I'm inclined to try and just keep going until it's all dry. It's just a little damp bit there, but I think that was where I sprayed water. Okay, right, now I don't know how this stamps up. I'm not sure if it dries quickly, but we'll try. So this is where I need to put my stamp set back together again, because I want to be able to cut out some of these butterflies. So I'm just going to lay that there so I've got an idea of where I'm heading with it. That one goes there, so I won't do that one just yet. So this piece goes back into there. And that one goes into there. Okay, so for those of you who are a little bit apprehensive about me cutting this up, that's how you piece it back together. You kind of, it sort of, you feel it slot into place, to be honest. So there we go. I'm buffering. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so I think I'm going to use Pretty Peacock. I want quite a dark ink on here. Now I've still got some of this stuff left. I might just give it a spritz of water just to keep it moist. I might use it again, not sure. Put a bit of water on there. Set that to one side. Hi Vicky. Oh, Vicky just got her catalogue. Well done, Vic. Okay. I'm wondering whether just to give this a quick re-ink, because I have used it quite a bit recently, so I want this nice and juicy. When will you get the new catalogue? After I've ordered them, Nessa. So I can order them from the 1st of April. Then you've got to leave between 7 and 10 days for it to get to me. And then I will post them out to you. Oh, that one's decided to pop off. Oh, that one's moved as well. Okay, so when you're putting these back on, just remember to make sure your stamps are nice and clean. Otherwise they fall off. Yes, this pearlescent paper is very, very shiny. Much less porous than anything we have. Okay, so oh, I forgot to put the mat underneath. Never mind. Okay. Okay, that's not super dark. So I'm gonna try it with the. I think I'm gonna try it with black stays on actually. Or do I need to re-ink this? Ah, now have I got my Stays On cleaner? Esther was using hers earlier, wasn't she? Okay, so Stays On tends to be a much stickier ink. And it is permanent. Yes, I nearly used shimmery white for this. But because I have this and I haven't used it before, I thought I'd have a go with this. Do invite your friends to come and visit if you think you have some friends who might enjoy this process. Definitely much stickier ink. Might be that I need to re-ink. Yes, I think this process possibly would work on shimmery white. Just waiting for that to soak in a bit more. Oh, it's going to be quite juicy, but I'm too impatient, unfortunately. Hi Sharon Turner, welcome from Delaware, USA. Still quite sticky, but certainly darker. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Excuse me a second, I'm just going to quickly see if I put my Stays On cleaner in my drawers. When you clean it. And I would actually go and run this under a tap now to clean off the cleaner, because they don't recommend really that you use Stays On photopolymer, because it's a stronger ink and also the cleaner is quite strong. So it's the Floating and Fluttering stamp set, Shirley. Right, I'm just going to spritz this with a bit of stamp cleaner. Just put it to one side because I want to get on. I'll keep it moist until I can deal with it. Right, so back to this. I want to use my dies to test this out. So that should go back on top of there, and that one should go on there. Now this could go through the mini, but sometimes find it easier to use the big one. Now the paper's wanting to wiggle a little bit, so I think it probably would be advantageous to use some washi tape on here, but I'm going to try and get this through without. kind of batik looking. Yes, I know what you mean. Okay, so that's one. I'm going to go for this big, kind of strong one, this one. Come on. Okay. No, that moved. I could just see it's not quite in place. There we go. Hi, Amanda. I guess the other thought I had was to use the, I wonder if there's solid, hold on, what have I got in here? There's this one with the embossing on it, and then there are a couple of more solid just on their own, like that. So I might use those while I'm here. So there we go. Is the paper a little sticky? Nope, not at all. Not that it's now that it's dry. It's dry. Yep. Any news about the studio? Oh, yeah. Dan's been my builder's been putting the wood on the walls today. So I think he hopes to get that done by tomorrow. And then at some point next week, my electrician's coming back to then do all the electrics. Oh, right, now actually I wanted to cut out some labels, or a label, because this comes in that set, that floating and fluttering stamp set. So it also has this lovely sort of label outline, I guess it is. So I should cut a few of those out while I'm here. Sorry, I forgot about that. And I'm wondering whether just to use another label set as well. I'm trying to use things that I know are retiring so that you can have a last kind of have a look at them, really. Oh, there's a nice label. So there's a lovely label in this is to a Wild Rose? It's called Wild Rose Dies. Now I don't know if these are still available, because they were up for a bargain price. I'm going to cut a few leaves and flowers as well while I'm here. So I'm not sure if that is still there. Right, let's get some paper. What have I got? Some pretty peacock. There is a little leaf in that floating and fluttering set. I think it is meant to be used with something else, but like it's meant to have a stamp inside it, but You don't have to use it that way. Now, where have I put my plate? Oh, Ruth. Oh, there it is. Oh dear. Oh, the sunshine's been lovely here in mid Wales. I think I spent about 2 hours outside in the sunshine chatting. So my neighbour was walking a dog, not her dog, a dog, and then on her way back, me and the kids sat out the front this morning. I got a table out for them to be able to play a game in the sunshine, and my neighbour came by and we had a nice chat and had a bit of a catch up, because I've not actually spoken to her for a number of years, proper catch up. I knew her before I moved here. When I say neighbour, I don't mean next door, I just mean around in the area. And then Wendy had to drop off the Easter stamp set because I had that commission to do. And then Wendy ended up staying and having a nice chat and catch up. So I think I've spent more time outside than I've done in a very long time today. Yeah, batik is a particular way of printing on fabric, and they use a wax resist. So they melt wax and then they do a pattern in wax, then they put the colour on, and then they iron the wax off. So when I do an emboss resist type or use embossing with a pattern, sometimes the patterns that I create remind me of batik. So I quite like doing it actually. It's really fun. Oop, why isn't this going through? Yeah, I have a few like sarongs. Like my mum would bring them back, or yeah, mainly my mum. When she comes back from Malaysia, she buys me a fabric. Partly batik actually is, I think, where I really started to get to my love of pattern from. You know, pattern and pattern and more pattern, and more is more, you know, not being afraid of seeing lots of pattern on a piece of fabric. And lots of intricate pattern. It might be something that really formed my taste. The idea of intricacy. I love intricacy. So I'm just trying to pop these out without tearing the paper. You have to be very careful sometimes when you pop these die cuts out. So, hi Sue. You do see my patterns look like batik. Ah, there we go. Just goes to show what influences you. So, yeah, Wendy and I were talking this afternoon about influences. You know, being inspired by others and things like that. And I think if you aspire to try and get your artwork to be at a certain point, then, you know, study it. Look at what you like and try and break down the elements. So don't try and get a piece and like completely copy it, because, you know, often that ends up not quite right. But look at the principles of it and the elements of the patterns and the colours and that kind of thing. Right, so I need to cut some pieces out of this. Oh, actually I've got that piece of the pearlescent. Although I'm a bit tentative about using this to stamp on. I'm not convinced it will work as well as our other cardstock, to be honest. Oh, I've just grabbed this bag of scraps out of my drawer just to see what's in here. Gosh, this is really old Stampin' Up cardstock. May as well use it. It's from days ago when we used to have a cardstock that we called Natural. I think it was called Natural. Anyway, I loved it, and I was sorry to see it go, but I still have a few sheets. Can I do batik with cardstock and a hot laminator? I guess it's down to what patterns, really. I guess it's my family from Malaysia. Yes, my grandfather and grandmother originally came from China, and they settled in Malaysia, where my mother was born. Me and Janine love that cardstock too. Ah, who still has a pack? You have a whole pack of it. Wow. I always look. I think between you guys, we could set up a Stampin' Up museum. Some of you have got, I mean, Linda Yamikoto's got stamps going back donkey's years. For some reason, it transferred some gunk onto that lovely white cardstock then. I'm a bit annoyed about that. It's called hoarding. No, never. Okay, what else have I got on this stash of stash? No, that one's got lines on it. No, can't use that. Oh, I'll be able to use that one. Right, I'm going to put that over it to protect it. I know it's going to make it a little bit thicker, but as I said, it's got a little bit of stuff. I need to clean my plates. Oh, that's interesting, Shirley. She lives in the States now. Well, I must admit, I have relatives all over the place now. A very ambitious lot. The Chinese, they get everywhere. I have relatives all over now. I have some in Hawaii, I have some in New York, some in Malaysia, some in Australia, some in Zambia, some in England. Okay, so I've got a variety of different things here now. Got these lovelies, got these lovelies, got these lovelies. So thank you for everybody on the live for being so patient with me. Oh, that one's still a little bit moist. I know, you know, I said earlier, oh, it's all dry. That one's a little bit moist. But generally, these are all pretty good. Okay, so I think long and elegant card here. You all feeling it tonight, guys? Something nice and long and elegant. And get a piece of cardstock. Oh, I can't wait for my cardstock to be back on a shelf so I can just grab it off. At the moment, my card is in boxes, which makes it a little bit tricky just to grab. Oh, I'm down to my last few sheets of Pretty Peacock. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to score this at 10 centimetres. So for you guys who like imperial, that's about 4 inches. Hi, Misty. Could I pan out? Of course. Sorry, I didn't realise I was so up and close, Sheila. Okay, right. I think I'm going to go really luxurious, and I'm actually going to cut a panel to stick inside. So this needs to be 9 by 20. So this one I'm going to cut down to 9.5. The reinkers should come into stock at some point, Amanda. You've just got to keep an eye out. They're waiting for data sheets to get sorted. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that. So this is going to be 19.5 centimetres. So the idea is... Oh! What? What's going on? What did I do wrong? Oh, I cut it a centimetre too wide. Sheila, why didn't you tell me? If you're desperate, Amanda, get in contact with me because I do have the reinker. I could send you a little bit of it. I could send you a squeeze. There we go. Oh, that's really luxurious, isn't it? Having that little trim around the edge. Now, of course, I'm not going to waste all this. So I'm thinking let's cut out a little bit of sprigginess from this. Oh, it cuts like butter. Ooh. I have had paper in the past that's very similar to this consistency, and actually Stampin' Up! Years ago did a goldy kind of cardstock that was very similar but thicker to this, and I loved it. The fibres are so fine. I don't know what it is, the process that they use for making this, but it cuts intricacy out like beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Okay. Waste not, want not. Even the expert make boobs. Yes, I make boobs too. I've got the sprig, but always thought it was reindeer horns. I know what you mean, Denise. I have that problem too. Once I saw someone use it as reindeer horns, I could not unsee it. So when I use the sprig, I sometimes pull them apart and stick them the opposite way, if you know what I mean. So rather than seeing them like that, I swap them the other way because I cannot cope. Okay, right, let's figure out what we're doing here, ladies and gents. See, I've got a feeling that's a bit too big. I did this on white, didn't I? Okay, I don't want to cover up that little bit of flower there. Don't mind doing that. And I think half one might be quite nice. Now the only problem is this pearlescent paper is kind of got a creamy tinge to it. So I'm not sure putting white with cream is very classy. So I pull them apart too. Oh, good, Denise. I'm not alone then. Right, there we go. The vanilla's better. Because this pearlescent paper is closer to vanilla than it is anything else. Right, now then, I've got to choose a sentiment. Ooh, let's have a think. Let's see, what have I not used? Today we celebrate you. No, that's not the sort of thing I would say. Wishing you a beautiful day. Okay, so this would be nice for, I don't know, a wedding. That is that's a lovely sentiment, isn't it? Wishing you a beautiful day. Now, I know it's going to look a bit off kilter because we've got this big space here, but we've got all these gorgeous butterflies and things to decorate. Okay, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Hello, Mr. Bobby. Did he just snuck in? What's Bobby been making today? Do we have any luxurious sentiments? I think this is luxury and shabby. Oh, I was going to run some part of this through the script embossing folder. I might just do it to this piece here. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Because I can't run that through. It's a bit big. Where should I put it? I thought I left it out for myself. Ah, here it is. There we go. So I'm thinking I'm going to put that through the embossing folder. Oh no, have I done that the right way round? Yes, I have. Okay. So I do believe this is our normal embossing folders. This is not the 3D one. So you need your big plate, number one, and then you need a clear plate, and then another clear plate, and that should roll through. No, it doesn't want to do that. Oh, is it a 3D one? Well, I be blowed. Okay. So if you ever do that and it doesn't go through easily, back away. Back your embossing folder, swiftly back, because you do not want to be breaking the mechanism of your machine. Okay, if it doesn't go through easily, it won't go through. Voila. So this was a 3D embossing folder. Okay. See the little bit of script on there? That's my little hint of shabby. I was going to say the other thing you can run through with the embossing folders are flowers. That's quite fun to do. Ooh, I could emboss my little fleurs. These. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Oh, let's try that. Bring back the machine. Pop that there. Open my embossing folder. Throw the fleurs on. Shut the embossing folder and wham it through. Oh, I have to get that embossing folder. Well, Misty, it is going. We're saying a bye-bye to it. So get it before it goes. These make... Is anyone watching really into Prima flowers? You know, Prima marketing flowers? Oh, I love Prima marketing flowers. This so reminds me of sort of stuff that Prima marketing comes out with. Isn't it great we can make our own? Just fabulous. Okay, let's start assemblaging it. So yes, this is a detailed card. Yes, I am spending a bit more time on it than normal. But this just goes to show, and I hope this sort of breaks down sort of the process really of creating a card that has a little bit more detail to it. Can be done, just takes a few processes. Okay, so I'm wondering whether the black would be a good option, because I want this to show up. There's so much detail in the background that I think we need something with a bit more pop to it really to show up. So I don't think the new machine uses a thin die adapter. Yes, it does. I used it just now. Do you have it, Sheila? So was someone asking a question? So we have plate number 1, plate number 2, so you have to use this with the thin dies. Then you put number 3, and then you put your dies, and then 3 on top. Okay, then we have, oh, one more butterfly here. So because that didn't quite cut out precisely, I'm just going to cut that out myself. Then we've got these lovely bits and pieces to use, which I'm having second thoughts about. I'm going to talk out loud and let you know what's going on in my head, because we've got so much pretty peacock in the background. I'm not feeling it, to be honest, when it comes to using all this pretty peacock, and I'm thinking of actually cutting out something, these leaves with something, a different colour, because to me it's not allowing the design really to shine. So I'm wondering whether even like add the addition of this white, you see, will help that butterfly to stand out. Red, oh, that would be bold. That would be very bold to, yeah, add another, a very, you know, a colour that I've not used at all into the mix. I would not have thought of that myself, to be honest, Amanda. Because I was wondering whether to do some yellow, to be honest. Or even, I know what, I'll get my white ink pad out and just lighten these. You know, save me having to get my machine back out again. No, that completely goes into the back. That's like camouflaged it now. It's like, it's here, now it's disappeared. Okay, that didn't work. I'll use you for another day. Pop you over there, over there. I might use you later, actually, because I thought I can do something else. Okay, I think let's focus in on the white. I'm glad you're laughing. Oh, let me take a swig of tea, people. My throat suddenly got very dry. I'm thinking the yellow too. Oh, I've just remembered. I have just remembered what I was going to do. My lovely friend Wendy also gave me some of these. I had forgotten about these. Ta-da! Still not feeling it with it on the side. Let's have a fiddle. You know what? That I'm feeling it now. Yes, yes, yes. I was thinking that too, Sheila, but I've got a feeling I've probably got to the end of my stash of my gold foil leaves, unless I can find. I will have a quick look, but I don't want to spend loads of time looking for it. But this, I'm feeling it now. This is fabulous. And then I'm wondering if I could punch out a circle. Oh, see, look, this is Miss Frugality. That's me. You know that film, Miss Congeniality. I'm Miss Frugality. So look, let's punch this out the middle. I can use this for another day. There we go. Right. No one will ever know. Okay, I'm going to start sticking down because I feel like, what's the time? Oh my life, it is 52 minutes in and I have not even made one single card. This is proper faffing, this is. I'm so sorry everybody, but you know, perfection takes time. What can I say? And you're all having such a marvellous time telling me what to do. That glue doesn't work. I have to get that die. I hope it's not retiring. Oh, it is. This die is retiring, Janine. Janine. Did you not? Oh, no, I didn't go through it, actually. I haven't gone through the mini catalogue, actually, to tell you what is going. Oh, but I did do a new technique. Thank you, Linda. See, Linda's great. Whenever I feel a bit down about myself, talk to Linda. She pulls you right back up. Too much is retiring. Poor Linda. But we've got gorgeous things coming. Gorgeous. I don't think more is retiring than usual, to be honest. The other thing to remember is that they are making the mini catalogues bigger. So I guess the warehouses can only stock so much, unfortunately. New technique. Oh yes, Jackie. We made our own blobby paper. Might not be a new technique to you, but it was to me. Okay, so when sticking down filigree, the best tip I have for you is don't stick it down at all, if possible. Use whatever you're going to stick on top to stick it down with. You heard it here, folks. Basically cheat. So I'm going to use a bit of this end of dimensional here, and I'm going to put a good amount across the middle there, and a bit across there, like that. And I'm deliberately leaving space around the edge because I want to tuck my flowers and leaves and all that kind of thing. You're singing You Raise Me Up. Josh Groban version? You raise me up. Oh, has anyone watched that Michael Bublé concert where he starts taking the mick out of Josh Groban? And then Josh Groban comes on stage and surprises him. When I say surprise, I'm not sure he really, really was surprised, but it's very funny. Because, yeah, and then Josh Groban starts to sing like Michael Bublé, and then they do this funny little duet, which I think if they'd practiced a bit more could have been even better, but never mind. Okay, I'm feeling it now, people. Can you tell? Feeling a little bit more positive about this. You think it was a surprise? Okay. Yeah, it may have been. I think he... what was I going to say? It's something that I think Bublé did in concerts. I think that, you know, people knew that. And I wonder if his production crew thought, haha, let's surprise him. Let's actually get Josh to come on. Because, or Josh had heard about it and thought, right, let's get him. So, you know what? I'm not feeling this sideways butterfly. Isn't it funny? I'm really struggling to use it. I'm not going to. So if that happens, don't feel just because you've got it, you have to use it. No, 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 no. If it's not working, move on. You know, a bit like, I don't know, boys. This is if I was talking to a younger audience, you see. So younger girls out there, if you're listening to me, if it's not working... I'm talking pre-marriage, obviously. No, you see, that's not working for me either. You sit next to Cindy Nielsen, you need a snack. I thought it's that you said you need a smack. I was like, why, Glinda? What have you done? Okay, so I feel like these need a little bit of ink on the edges. So this is when we're going to test out how porous this stuff it truly is. And I'm looking for a dauber. I could really do with a dauber, and I thought I had a spare one that I did pack. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, somebody pass me a dauber. Never mind, we'll have to do this instead. Oh, Janine. Oh my goodness, how lush is that? So the shine is still coming through. Thank you, Paula. Am I going to use your trademark shabby chic twine ribbon bow tucked in somewhere? Now you said it. I'm going to have to do it, aren't I? This is beautiful. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh, that was a bit too much then. But it's like you can move it around a bit though. It's quite forgiving, this paper. Right, a couple there, a couple there. Night, Shirley. Night, Janice. I know I'm a bit late, aren't I, tonight? It's because it's the Easter holidays, you see. Been a bit lazier. Not lazier. A bit not so strict about going to bed. Right, more spriggage. Because I have it. Okay, so... I know I should have done this before I stuck this down, but I only thought about it afterwards. Oh, look at that. It just makes it go bing. Be careful those sticky fingers. Thank you, Sheila. I will. I'm going to give them a little wipey wipe right now. Okay. I'm going to have a very quick look for the gold leaves, but I do have some gold clothes. And I'm just going to have a quick look to see if I can find any spare gold filigree. got bits that I can cut up. No. But good idea. Let's see if I can cut any of this up really quickly. No, I'm going to leave that. But good idea though. So let's start sticking this in. So let's see if I can get on with this a bit quicker now. Yes, Tom? What are you after? What do you want?
The top fire alarm, smoke alarm, is beeping. But it needs a change of battery.
It shouldn't do, it's brand new.
I know, but it's beeping. So, am I right? I think you have to poke something in
Why?
to slide it off.
You've got to get Ethan to do it.
Yeah, I'm getting him to do it right now.
Oh, you need a flathead screwdriver.
Yeah, do you know where the screwdrivers are?
They're on the rack, the knife rack. Well, that's a little bit annoying, isn't it? Brand new smoke alarms. Philips one. Flat, isn't there a flat one there?
No.
We'll look in the toolbox then.
Where's the toolbox?
It's in the Kallax unit by the computers. So look in the brown wooden crate. See, I told you Tom doesn't do DIY. He comes to me to ask where the screwdrivers are. Right, get in there. This is happening a bit faster now, people. Oh no, he didn't, Sheila. Thank you for reminding me. So what happened? Sorry, I'm missing. Is someone sending you to bed? Oh no, Janice, we're not. I thought someone said good night. That's all. You're allowed to stay up if you want to. Hi, Jan. Well, this card is taking a wee while, so we could be here still. Oh, you're having a G&T. Oh. Well, he has been preparing his Good Friday message, Sheila. So we are going live on Friday on this channel, but it will be a Good Friday service in the morning, UK time. Just to let everybody know who watches my channel and might think, what is Ruth on about? It won't be me, actually, it'll be Tom, you'll see. You're ready for happy hour. Oh, bless you. Oh, Wend. Now, I've just realised I don't actually want to cover up too much of this gold. So I'm going to move that flower back on there because we do want this bit of gold poking out, don't we? Where's my dimensionals gone? Oh, there. Okay. Oh, someone said, am I going to do my little bit of twining, my twining? That one would look quite good. Also got some of this blue and white and silver one. Okay, let's do this. So we're going to tie a knot there, cut this off, cut down the middle, party on the porch, awesome. Okay, so I love doing this. I love splitting this because look, you've got these very delicate threads being shown off a little bit more than normal. So, pull that. I know some of you may have seen this on the video from the other day. Sunday, I do believe. And then there's also a little bit of sparkly thread through there.
Any ideas where I've got battery?
In the battery drawer?
Yeah, do you know where that is?
Yeah.
Where is it then?
Over by the computer. That
Yeah.
The white drawer by the computer. Oh dear. Honestly, I think every so often I know it sounds a little bit macabre, but I have this thought: what if I was to suddenly just, you know, drop down dead? Like, I'd need to leave a notebook of like various bits of information, you know, for the family, like where to find the batteries, where to find the screwdriver. Bye, Glenna. What would I say the necessary components? This is not as shabby as I want it to be, just saying that first of all. Usually something distressed, a little bit distressed. Oh, trying to find my glue dots. No, you can't disappear. Rustic-ish sometimes, sort of natural, using sometimes more natural type things. This isn't really that shabby chic, to be honest. I may have to remove that, unless I now go and like rub crumb cake all over this. Okay, I think that might stay. I just need to use something else. Where are my glue dots? Oh, found them. Didn't look hard enough. You're the same when you go in the shed. Yeah, this is our house. But no, to be fair, I did a lot of the unpacking and organising where things went in this house. So the Tom and the kids are still figuring out where things are. And what seems really obvious to me, it's like clearly not obvious to them. Will you use this for a birthday card? Either, I think. I haven't got anyone particularly in mind at the moment, but this could work for either. I think, yeah, sorry, in answer to what makes this shabby chic, yeah, it's look it up on Pinterest. If you type in on Pinterest shabby chic, you'll come up with all sorts of different definitions. But generally, I think it's the idea of something being made to look old, but yet tasteful. I guess, at the same time. So because this has hints of older design, you know, like with the script. I mean, the fact I've inked a little bit as well, I guess. I could have made it more shabby by, I mean, I could still do it by running my scissors down the, you know, making this a bit more rough. Yes, absolutely, Denise. I'm always surprised where items end up. Oh, I know. I'm the same. I open the cupboard and go, what's that doing there? Now, when you do the folds, just be careful not to overdo it, because you don't want to tear your card apart. And then, the other thing one can do Cindy, but you're always chic, aren't you, my love? She may be shabby, but she's always chic. Bit like Sheila's nails. If anyone's ever met Sheila, she has cool nails. Hi, Tishan. I've been lurking. Shabby's aged but clean. Grunge is old and dirty. Yeah, they do intersect. Oh, look, I'm getting lots of fibres on my white ink pad, but never mind. It's worth it for you. Okay, so I've made it more shabby. It was chic, it is now shabby. Yeah, and the fact, okay, the other thing is like I haven't stuck this down. So, you know, this is still got a bit of life. Not life, but, you know, it's not pristine. And, you know, I could go into all these leaves and give all these a bit of a tweak. You know me, can't leave leaves alone. Take care, Beth. Sorry, this has been a really long video. I'm so sorry. I've only done one, but anyway, I'm going to stop apologising. Because I'm not sorry that I've made this card. I'm just sorry it's taken me so long. I'm a bit of a go slow today. Oh, I forgot to cut. Yes, Paula, thank you. So let's have a quick talk about layouts. I know that this is something that everyone, you know, kind of has to face when doing card making as to what's the best layout. Generally, I would say your focal point, you know, if you really want it to show up, if you want the focal point to show up, then have it somewhere near the middle, which is what I've done. The words for me is kind of like really lovely and kind of important. So then everything else is enhancing that. There we go. Oh, that's just not sticking where I want it to stick. No, 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 no. Okay, so if ribbons don't do what you want them to do, don't be afraid to put more glue dots. So I'm just going to pop a glue dot under there, because I want that to go there, and then I want this to go more over there. Right, last thing, gems. These are lovely actually, those gems. I don't feel like the butterfly needs them necessarily. So if you missed the beginning of the video, please do have a look back quickly as to how I did this kind of blobby pearlescent type thing. Still got some of it left. I'm curious to see what it's like, whether it's dried. No, it's still wet. Okay. Wipe my fingers. Right, thank you everybody. Jackie's opened the Merlot. Oh, Jackie, pass me some. Thank you all. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, it's taken me an hour and a bit, but I guess, you know, if you're making a special card for somebody, you would, you know, happily spend an hour making a lovely card. Actually, we had some lovely news today. My my second nephew, so Tom's nephew, got engaged today. So another wedding to make a card for. So interestingly, I didn't end up using these. That was partly what took up the time earlier, cutting these up. I still don't think they would work. They match too much. So again, don't be afraid just to pop them to one side. So, you know, I might come on tomorrow or someday soon and use these scrappy bits and do something completely different. You know, it'd be fun to work out what else can be done, really. So, oh, thank you, Monica. All right, let's do a bit of an extreme close-up. There we go. So there's all the detail. Oh, my phone's just wanting to slip over right now. Still moving. Oh, who got engaged? My nephew. Yeah. So he's currently at university. So I think he's going to wait until he's finished. Well, he and his girlfriend are at uni. So there we go. Well, let me know what your favourite technique was. And this technique with the flowers is the sort of thing that you could, you know, punch a whole load out and put them through some embossing folders and just have them spare, and then when you know what colour you want to use them for, then ink them up. That paper, that pearlescent paper, is just, it embosses beautifully. So they do, Titian. Yeah, I was at uni when I met my husband, although he wasn't at uni at the time. But I've got a feeling this nephew, I think they were dating before they went to uni. Yeah, I think she's from the same town or school or something. I can't remember how they met. So there we go. So I will put the link to how I stamp this paper in the description below. And if you want to purchase some of these products before they go, then do head over to the Stampin' Up website. So for example, the butterflies are leaving us. The wild rose dies, which I actually didn't end up using. The filigree die is going. Vine Design stamp set that goes with it is also going. Well, it's around for another couple of months. Sorry, when I say it's going, it's not going to be in the main, it's not going to be in the annual catalogue. And also the script, this one, that's going as well. So I'm determined to make more use of this before it goes. So, hi Pam. Oh, thank you. Do pop rewind to see how I did this blotchy thing. And let me know whether or not you think you would use it. And I'll have another go doing that actually. I might just use up this bit of ink. I've got got some left over here. And I've got a little bit of... Oh, I know what. Do you want to see me try it on some alternative paper? Oh, what about vellum? Okay, hold on. Sorry, this is now the after show, so if you need to go, do go. But I'm going to try and re-moisten this a bit. It's gone a bit jellified. The vellum is coated, yes. Just going to clean my finger. Oh, this is quite satisfying. Oh. Glad to be part of the after show. It might wrinkle it, it might not. You're quite right. So because I pulled it off, it creates those lines. I know that from when I used to do encaustic art. So it's the act of pulling it away that creates that design on there. Okay, so that's the vellum. It's wanting to curl up. Okay, oh, I'm going to drape it over my light because it's slightly curved. So there we go. I've got a little bit left, so let's grab something different. What have I got here? I've got some watercolour card and I've got some shimmer. Ooh, look, there's some shimmer card, and look, I've got a hot air balloon heat embossed on there, so I'm just going to spritz this now, just to re-moisten some of that ink. Take care, Janine. That's kind of cool. Yes, this is Janice's sort of play. She loves doing stuff like this. You know what, I'm going to move that card just out of the way. So this stamp set is retired, unfortunately, but there we go. I just found that little scrap. And then I've got some watercolour paper here, so let's go for this and really ink this up. Just smoosh. Ooh! Don't fall down the back of the radiator. Okay, so that's... Okay, that's... I think I've got as much as I can out of that now. I'm wondering, while this is still damp, whether to put this through the embossing folder. Oh, and I was thinking of putting this through the embossing folder as well. Ah, there we go, Pam. Good. You have the balloons on your shelf. Oh, good. Okay, that's pretty fun. Might give us a quick little dry. Yes, it is a good colour, that, isn't it? So now I'm thinking, I've got these pieces. That I can use up. Oh, weird that. It just doesn't work. No. Wendy also cut some of these out from the vellum. Oh, that might work. No, that's not going to work. Where's that one that got a bit dirty? This die, I'm not entirely sure. I will find out though. It's the one that went with Vine Design. Wendy will know. Vine Design dies. As my husband would say, Vine Design dies. Looks like an Easter egg, it does. Yeah. I didn't intentionally make it look like an Easter egg, it's just ended up that way. Because you want an Easter egg. Hi, Bonnie. Okay, right, so because I want to not waste, I'm going to cut that out so I can use that again. Where's my clear plate gone now? Oh, I found it. Oh, hi Patricia. This is the after show. If you're joining now, this is the post the first card show. So if you want to shop for any of these products, please do click on the link in my description box. So you can purchase from me if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria and the Netherlands. No, not that one. It's all gone. Oh, over here. Okay. So we can make this a little bit more shabby. What is my camera doing? That's better. So again, by running the scissors, you do create a bit of a mess doing this. Only a bit. This is what happens when everyone goes home, I know. Oh, you know, yesterday I was trying to figure out what the saying was for my group of people, whatever. Somebody replied in the comments. They said, "Did you mean usual suspects?" And I thought, you know what? I think I did. The usual suspects. Such a cool way of putting it. So this is quite a thick card because it's a watercolour card, so I'm just putting quite a generous amount of glue onto the back of there because it is quite thick stuff. Then we're going to stick our Easter egg, as we've affectionately called it. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the flowers because we've only got a small kind of panel to put on there to hold it all together, not like the last card. So I'm just going to hold that down for a few seconds. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. Right, so I think because I want that butterfly to be the focal point, it's not quite dark around the edges enough for me. So I'm just going to grab Pretty Peacock. Groupies, yeah, I did think the word groupies as well yesterday. I'm just going to run, can you see I'm just popping the butterfly edge into the ink pad just to add a little bit more. I just didn't feel it was popping enough in the centre there. To be honest, I still don't feel like it pops enough. Where's my spare bit of... I've got my spare shimmery bit with all the butterflies on. Oh yes, maybe if I put something in the... You're right. Once I put something in the middle, some... Yeah, those gold things, that will make the difference, you're right. I'm overthinking of it. When did you cut this, stamp the sheet I just cut? I think I did it at the end of last week. There is a video, I will put the link in the description below for it. So these were cut from the Wild to a Wild Rose, or Wild Rose dies I think they're called. There we go. That makes that show up a little bit more now. Again, when it comes to layout, you know, don't be afraid of going, okay, margin, focal point, focal point, focal point. It works, okay? But even though there's lots and lots of detail going on, I've got contrasts here. So I've got a very patterned background. I've got, yes, this is patterned, but it's predominantly white with a little bit of blue. Then we've got the contrast of the gold with the filigree, and we've got that plain background, so it's all contrasting. And then we've got that little strip of the whitish with the focal point here, which again is contrasting. Okay, there's no other deep colour apart from the leaves and butterflies until you get to this point here. So it's not like this is getting drowned out because there's nothing else of this colour in this section. It's round here. So you've got this kind of like cohesion going through, and then you've got this tiny strip of the pretty peacock round the edge as well. Okay, so I hope that makes sense and helps those of you who struggle with perhaps layouts and pattern layering. That's why that works. Okay, I do have this tiny little bit left here now. Not sure if I'm going to use this today, but I also have this little piece. I mean, that on its own makes a nice, something nice. Then here is the vellum. I'm actually very tempted to my ruler, tear this down. So if you want to tear, make sure it tears in a straight line. Use a ruler. Use your grid paper as well if you have to. So I'm lining up that torn line across the top of my grid paper. Then I can line up my ruler with the vertical. I get so muddled up between horizontal, vertical, diagonal. Thank you. So that rectangle piece was cut out of the centre of that piece, so it didn't go to waste. Right, I'm thinking this through the embossing folder. What do y'all think? Let's see what happens. Though it's wanting to curl up. It's like, I want to curl up. Yes, they're in the January to June catalogue, the filigree vine dies. Yeah. But they are not going to be in the annual catalogue. So, if you want them, get them before the end of June. Oh, look at that. Isn't that so wicked cool? I think the vellum just loves embossing folders. That's fab. Love it. Okay, so I used the rectangle one earlier, so I'm wondering if I could just use sections of this one. Oh, so perfectly folded up for that vellum. Yes. The little circles here. Yep. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm actually tempted to cut out a butterfly from the... oh, look, there's those little... You can use those little flowers for something. I'm tempted to cut a butterfly out of the new Butterfly Brilliance dies. Okay, I'm just wondering what colour to put with this. Okay, that's Sahara Sand. That seems to work quite nicely. But it's too clean. So I'm afraid I've got to shabby this one up. Hi Lydia, lovely to see you. Wow, this is a long show tonight, guys, isn't it? I tell you what, if you're watching the replay and you've stuck with me, you deserve a pat on the back.
Now, what else have I got that I could use on this? I think a little bit of spottage.
Night, Janice. No, I think I'm going to turn into a pumpkin soon. Right, where's my tape runner? I'm hoping that this is not going to show too much. No worries, Connie. Take care, Lorraine. Sorry, I'm just thinking what I'm going to stick this on with. Okay, I'm going to use these end bits again. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, this is the third card of the night for those of you just joining. The first one took over an hour to do because I had an experiment with a technique using alcohol gel or hand sanitizer, which we all seem to have lots of at the moment. So, and then these two have kind of have been made using the leftovers, but not really leftovers. But okay, right, so I've got that lovely contrast there. Do still have these. Oh, yay. They work well. Ah, great, Pamela. Okay, so that dimensional just will show there, but we've got some spare little flowers that we can hide any boo-boos like that with. I'm being a bit lazy not using wet glue because I know that wet glue is just going to take a little bit of time to dry, and I don't really want to spend the time waiting for it to dry, so I'm kind of cheating a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we've got these flowers to use up. Oh, we also have some gold flowers that we can use. Ah, thank you, Miriam. Yeah, I know it's not really to everybody's taste. So I don't do it all the time. Oh, I put too much sticky under here now. Move that. I suppose the benefit of doing this style is that if you're experimenting and layering up as you go, it's okay if you've got a bit of a torn bit, because you know, that's just the way it is. So this has got pretty peacock on this brush. See, I'm still not feeling it with this butterfly. Ugh. Nope. Okay, so this needs a focal point of some sort of sentiment, just saying. I know I haven't got one on there just yet, but yeah, it really needs something. Oh, I did say I was going to perhaps use the Butterfly Brilliance dyes, didn't I? Oh, my knee. My knee, my knee, my knee. My right knee, for some reason, has decided to get very old on me recently. I'm finding it hard to... Like, if I keep it bent for any period of time, I find it hard to straighten it, and then if I keep it straight for any length of time, I find it hard to bend it. Okay, so am I going to get my hands on the gold foil immediately? Oh, I've got gold glitter. Oh, I think gold glitter is just going to have to do. And this is old gold glitter, almost a champagne-y gold glitter. Oh, sorry guys, this is retired stuff, but hey ho. Right, I'm just going to do this off camera because I want to get on. Oh, nearly used it. I nearly cut it on the wrong plate then. Ooh, concentrate, Ruth. Okay, so I'm going to do about 4 passes of this because it is glitter paper. So I want to make sure that it really cuts. And just a handy tip, just before you take it off the die, just make sure you can see those cut lines through there. Night, Jackie. Oh, be still my heart. Oh my goodness. That is just the yummiest. I feel like I just need to do that one. What's this butterfly? No, don't like that. Okay, I've just got to put that through the embossing folder because I just need one more flower down there and then I'll be happy. Oh, well done, Cindy. What passages are you reading? What's that, Bonnie? Oh, now I've got a dimensional up there that I need to hide. Is the foil Stampin' Up? Oh, Wendy will have to answer that question. She cut them for me. Okay, so I feel like this one needs a vellum, something vellum behind it, and it just so happens I do have a few cut out from the other day, so I'm just going to see if this one matches. No way. Oh, look at that. That's left over from the other day, and it fits perfectly. That was just meant to be, wasn't it? So let's get this stuck down then. This is glitter. Sorry, this is glitter. And the foil, the flowers were cut with foil. But Wendy did it for me, so I don't know. Yeah, this is an old gold that Stampin' Up did a couple of years ago, I think. It's a slightly different gold. Oh, that's nice, Cindy. That's special. Okay, I'm just holding that down because I know I'm dealing with two types of paper that are a little bit more, sorry, they're less porous than normal paper, so you just need to give it a bit of extra time to stick. And I think I'll go for the small centres of these gems. Just wondering, have I got sequins in this colour? Oh, I do. Oh, really? I'm going on the big screen. Thank you. Okay, so there are some really cool sequins here. So I'm not sure whether to have the blue as the centre of the flowers or to... Oh, you know what, I think I might. I think I might. These sequins are actually going as well. And I've done a good job of using up quite a few. Oh, the blue one and the white one don't want to be parted. Do you, Wend? Is that when the kids come in and go, is that Ruth on the telly? Sorry, my head keeps knocking the camera, I'm sorry. Oh, this is like pure luxury. A gem inside a sequin. Not wanting to go away. Ah, there we go. I love this card so much. This like card is going to go down in history, I think. You know, we'll talk about this card. We'll be like, were you there that night when Ruth made? All right, this glue is going to have to just give it a bit more time to settle down. Frame it. Oh, Linda. No, I was thinking, actually, I have a friend who, funny enough, I thought of the other day. I've known her for many, many years, and she's a very sweet, sweet lady. And she just popped into my head the other day, and I thought, I'm going to send her some cards, because she's very good at blessing others. And I thought, I'm going to send her some cards. So I messaged her to say, what's your address? And just said, oh, how are you? Anyway, she'd had quite a bad day that day. And so it was like, oh, wow, God prompted me to contact her because she needed to hear from a friend, you know. So I think I might send this card to her because she would love this. And yeah, okay. So I've got some of these little gorgeous white sequins. So I'm thinking, where should we dot these? Pop one. Oh no, too much glue. Okay, I'm going to use that glue over here. So if this happens, just use the glue. Use the glue. There's going to be lots of sequins now. So some of these sequins are like pale blue, some are white. So pretty. Thank you, Miss Paula. There's a dimensional backing right on. Oh yes, thank you. Thank you, Monica. Look at that eagle-eyed Monica. She's hot on it. Can't be sending the backings off, can we? Okay, where else? Oh, thank you, Titian. Oh, thank you, Paula. That's very sweet of you. Oh, see, now I've started, I can't stop. I'm like, oh, oh, over there needs a sequin. Oh. The other thing sometimes that I like to do is have things poking out from other layers. I wonder if I can... No. No, no, no. What about a little gold flower? No. Oh, I've got some gluey bits down here I've forgotten about. Okay, I better use those up. Not a pink one. Don't want a pink one. Little white one. There we go. Might just stick that down a little bit now, because now I've done everything. So, as you probably may have noticed, I don't always stick things down fully as I'm doing things like that, because I might decide, oh, I want to tuck something in, and so it can get frustrating to have to kind of rip things off every so often. So then when you get to this point, you might go, okay, I really do want to stick this down properly. So I'm going to, where's my glue dots gone? Oh, there they are. I'm just going to cheat, to be honest. I'm going to grab a glue dot and pop it there. Stick that there. Stick that one there. The glue dot wanted to come away with me. Oh, did I stick that in? Yes, I did. All right. I haven't sat down for that, the whole thing of that, because I find it sometimes if I sit down, I end up crooking my back, because as you probably know, this this setup that I have with this desk is not the best, because I can't actually put my legs under, so I find it easier to stand up. So there we go. So that was number 3, and that was number 2, and then let's get number 1 back on. There's number 1. So this is what you get when you have a 2-hour marathon of card making, guys. So thank you, Cindy, so sweet of you. Lovely to see you, by the way. I've missed you. No octopus in sight, Cindy. How will you cope? So numero uno. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please do message me, comment, whatever, and I would love to answer them, because I'm sure I've not gone through everything that I've used or done or whatever here, because there's quite a few things, so just ask. Yes, I have been standing. It's fine. I need the exercise, Pamela. Honestly, yeah, I'm feeling fine. I will sleep well tonight. No, I didn't, Pamela. This was stamped last week. Linda has put the link in this chat, but I will also put the link in the description to this video of when I stamped this. Now, apparently, I think in the UK, Textured Essentials is out of stock. Yeah, I don't even have it on my shelf anymore. Anyway, I'll just remind you. So if you're not in the UK, but you're somewhere else, then you can purchase this one. So this featured quite heavily in this paper, but if you haven't got it, it's okay. I'm sure you can find something else. Beautiful Friendship featured quite a lot, and that is retiring. So I was kind of showing off things that were retiring the other day, and that is what came from that. Obviously the peacock, the pretty peacock, is going as well. So there we go. Ah, there we go. Oh, thank you, Connie. Lots of pretty peacock. I will miss it. I know. I hope you've stocked up, Tishan. I think I've got 3 sheets left. I'm like, oh, do I buy another packet? But no, I'm learning to let go of stuff now, because there are some gorgeous new colours coming. So there we go. So 1, 2, or 3. I won't be offended if you like one more than the other. I miss getting the re-inker. Oh, can you still not get it in the States? Are they out of stock now? Oh dear. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, I'll use the Floating and Fluttering stamp set and the dies that go with it. I got to sound. 1 and 3. Yeah, I definitely want to use this technique again. I liked colouring the vellum. I liked embossing the vellum. I've enjoyed tearing the vellum. So I think this technique is definitely one to try again. So yeah, this one's not going to go away, I don't think, because the effect is just so pretty. I'm going to have to do a proper blog post about these, aren't I? So there we go. Right, lots of love to you all. Sleep well. Wendy, you still up? Scrunching the vellum. Thank you, Jane. Yeah. Lovely. Take care, guys. And yeah, you've all been fabulous. You're wonderful. Thank you for your lovely comments. You keep me going. They need to be framed. Oh. Well, it will be up to the person I give these to what they do with them. But that one, I think, either a special birthday or a wedding. Ooh, Wendy, we have a friend's wedding coming up, don't we? So, ooh, oh, there we go. Oh, that freaked me out. That was a stamp set falling down. It's Textured Essentials saying, I don't want to leave. Right, take care. Good night. What's my favourite? I really don't have one, actually. There's different aspects of all of them I like. I love this glimmer butterfly. And I love the vellum on that one. This one, I like the way that it's gone from pattern to pattern to pattern to pattern, but yet it works. You know, it really does work. This is, dare I say, a masterclass in how to layer patterns but still see everything. Okay. And I'm really grateful to have been able to have played so much with pattern to be able to get to the point where I can create something like this. And I'm quite happy for you to copy me. Well, not copy exactly what I've done, because you probably couldn't, because there's so many layers, but copy the concept. You know, take a patterned piece of paper and then layer things but that go together but yet are contrasting. And then, yeah, and this is just packed full of yumminess. So, and a huge thank you to Wendy for the gold. She sent me those filigree. So Martina had sent me them already cut, but I used them as stencils. So these I'm not going to cut up because these are for me to use as stencils. And then Wendy gave me these ones the other day. So thank you. Yes. Well, enjoy, Vicky. Wendy and I were looking at the new catalogue today. So, love to copy my work. Obviously, please, if you do copy it, please do attribute where you got the inspiration from. If you pin me on Pinterest, make sure it links back to my YouTube channel, my blog. If you don't know how to do that, I'm quite happy to tell you how to do that. And invite your friends. Share it out with your friends. So. Oh, I hate to say goodbye. Oh, what's that lovely phrase that Michael Bublé, so cheeky. In that same concert, he goes, I hate to say goodbye, but I love to watch you leave. Anyway, lots of love. Bye.